Hey guys, welcome back to Fire Emblem. We are very rapidly approaching the end. We are on chapter 29, The Sands of Time. This is a very brief defend chapter, and we're gonna get a lot of story. There's a lot of story leading up to the end here. Lord Hector, we're pleased to see you home alive and well. Where's my brother? He departed yesterday for a conference in Etruria. He's scheduled to return in a half month's time. That's a pity. Go and prepare rooms for my companions. They need rest. Yeah, so Ninian just died, we saw Nergal, and nothing can defeat him. Greybeard, you know something, don't you? Tell me, what are we supposed to do now? A moment, lad. Yes, I suppose you've a right to know. Here we go. I first met Nergal 500 years ago in the Nevada wasteland like me. He wanted to find truth in the world. They were equals in power and knowledge, and they became fast friends. They truly believed they could solve the mysteries of the world, so what happened? A disagreement made at the height of our quest. One day, as I charted the mysteries of Nevada, I came across the most amazing village. It was unbelievable, but in that place, humans and dragons lived together in cooperation. Dragons and humans? Are you telling me they could live together in peace? At first, I doubted what my own eyes showed me, but yes, the village truly did exist. That's amazing. The dragons that I beheld there, they were both similar to and different from the dragons I had fought hundreds of years before. Ellawood's curious. Ah! Ellawood, are you? Please go on, as you wish. They had refused to fight humans in the war, and instead they retreated to this wasteland. They desired nothing but to remain hidden from the outside. Nergal and I crafted a barrier and created an oasis for them. Upon their invitation, we lived there with them. Our life there, it was calm and satisfying. At some point, the village became known as Arcadia, a place of perfect peace for travelers gone astray. Arcadia. The dragons' libraries were a dream come true to us. We studied their language and history with unbridled passion. A century then, too, time passed in an eye's blink. And yet slowly our thoughts turned down different paths. In what way? I wanted to share the dragon's wisdom with others. My hope was for our earthly paradise to spread outward. And Nergal? Ah, Nergal, he took the dragon's knowledge. He learned the art of stealing the essence from living creatures and turning it into power. It was terrible. When we discovered what he was doing, the elders and I tried to persuade him to stop, but the power bewitched him and he was deaf to our pleas. He started with small creatures and grew ever more confident, began draining the quintessence of humans. The villagers and I joined forces and defeated him, or so we thought. After he was banished from Arcadia, Nergal fled to Bern. He increased his power slowly to avoid our eye. Using quintessence, he made his puppets, the morphs. They're bewitching in form with intellect beyond human. I'm sure you've laid eyes on them. Jet black hair, pale complexion, blood red lips. Their most striking feature is the gold eyes. Attack! We're under attack! What? Lord Hector, it's bad. An unknown group has breached the castles. How did they get in the castle without anyone noticing them? They just appeared out of nowhere. It's Nergal. His magic created an entrance for his thugs within the castle. Blast that arrogant! No matter what, the throne must be protected. Not while his brother's away. It's not going down. Yeah, see, suddenly Hector's taking up the mantle, showing he's the true hero. Oh, we got this, Hector, don't worry. Merlinus became a level 3 pony tent. And that's what we all dreamed to be. This is a message from Lord Nergal. I await you on the Dread Isle. This is a message from Lord Nergal. I await you on the Dread Isle. This is a message... What the heck was that? Tell all the soldiers, take your posts and don't move. Hold your positions. Ellawood. What? Don't overexert yourself. I'm fine, I'm not that weak. That's a lie. Nils? Ninian. You're one of Lord Hector's guests, aren't you? You shouldn't be out here. It's too dangerous. Go and hide in that room. Alright, so we skipped ahead because once again it took me 900 years to make that first move, and once again we have that horrible song. So, it's gonna be in the next chapter too, but then it's finally over after that. Boom. Poison bow. I'll give you a whole different kind of poison, the poison of death. Waha! There you go, that's my, I don't even know. Stupid quote. Killer Ballista time. So, this is clearly one of the chapters. There's another phase. You get a reward, I believe. Actually, there might be a side quest. Yes, there is one more side quest. I lied before. if you protect all of these units and none of them die, you get a side quest. And it's a nice one to... You want to get this one. I remember what it is. It's really stupid. I'm going to include it in this video because it's super short. You basically... It's a shop side quest. You have 5 turns to visit shops and collect all you need before the final battle. The final 2 missions of the game, really. Which normally that would be very nice. But with cheats and inventory galore, I don't really care. But I'm still gonna go for it. I like protecting these green guys. So, we're using everybody to take out this mob of bow people. I honestly don't even remember how strong these knights are, but basically in my mind, the other phase units are always weak as garbage. And there's surely one of them is always bound to die unless you're really good. And, like, know exactly how to protect them or whatever. And make all the right choices. But cheating gets it faster. Ah-ha. Ah-ha. I'm finding out. Jimmy Eat World, man. That's a good song. That's a good album. Bleed American. That note. Doesn't it just grate your ears? Tomahawk? Or as the dude from Killer Instinct would say it, Tomahawk. It's like Elvis. At least the Super Nintendo version. And the original arcade that the Super Nintendo is a port of. Soul Cody? No, what is he doing? Let's see. He goes with the Wo-Jao, or the Wo-Jao, I don't know how to say it. And if you guys have already told me how to say it, this is way in advance, before I even resumed posting these, after my little break that I did for a while. Wah-pow! I don't know why I said wah-pow, but I did. That's the noise of a critical hit, son. Don't question it, just embrace it. Cherish it. So, look at me. Why am I attacking from a distance? I guess I'm confident. You don't attack archers from a distance where they could also strike back. That's just stupid, and I think you're graded on that in the final statistics. Put Merlinus on the throne. Why not? Oh, yeah, I test out the Berserk Staff, because I figured I cheated it in my inventory. Let's use it. But then I come to find that it's actually kind of stupid. At least when you're this overpowered. But what it does is it bewitches enemy units, and now they will attack other enemy units. It's terrible when you get hit by a Berserk Staff, though, which could have happened in Sonya's mission, and it's in the final mission of this game. That guy's got silence that makes magic users impossible to use magic. So we got another thing coming for that. Crumb. Even though Urk's magic is weak against dark magic, it still worked. Man, those levels are so bad. All the time, longbow, man. Go, Dorcas! Really? Why does I don't understand. That should have been ×2, right? Oh yeah, I just go straight for the boss in hopes... I don't know if I was hoping to end the chapter, but... Denning. This is a message from Lord Nergal. I await you at the Dread Isle. This is a message from the Killing Edge of Guy. Boom! Nice. That's the kind of stuff I like. Man, that was almost a 60% chance of a critical, too. I did give him the Athos drops, by the way, or Aphas drops, the thing that it says give to your favorite unit. I did give it to Guy in this playthrough. That was not on screen, though. That guy's got to sleep. Yeah, there's all these little druids with special spears, or staves, rather. And those things are definitely not fun when it's not you using them. Or what's that quote from Time Splitter's Future Perfect in the zombie mansion? It's something about zombies being no fun, but it's like a weird poetic rhyme thing that I always thought was funny. I forget. I did a Let's Play of that game on my former channel. It was the very last one I think I did before I deleted that channel. No, I started doing a Breath of the Wild playthrough, and I got like a quarter of the way through that, and then I deleted it. That's right. But before that was Time Splitter's Future Perfect. Is that gonna hit? I honestly don't remember what happens. It does hit, yes. But see, Luna... That spell is really good. You'll see, if you don't know. I'm sure if you've played this game, you know. Nosferatu. Inat Feratu. That was a very clever thing I just said. So stupid! Oh yeah, the thing though about the berserked enemies is they're always the last one to move. Like the enemy takes its full turn and then I think it realizes, oh, that's not good. It's okay, I know he is saved. We have Sarah. She can heal from a distance. Poison bow? No, thank you. Come again. Yes, the enemy turns that take like 2 minutes or longer, with just archer after archer, miss, miss, miss. Why the heck are we watching this? One may say. See, this is why you turn animations off, because it slows this down. But it's tolerable all the same. The video is almost over anyway. It's a very short chapter, especially since I could just run the map and slaughter them all. haven't even been paying attention. What is the turn limitation for this one? Look at them. They all want to get them. Oh, it's 11 turns, yeah. You gotta wait them all out, too, so I end up cutting it out once I do all the important stuff, like open the treasure chests and kill all the enemies. Yeah, that's right. Target that dude so that I could go open the door with Matthew and get the chest. There's one more chest on the bottom of the screen. There's also a secret shop on this map, I believe. In order to access the secret shops that are on certain maps, you need a silver card or a member's card. I forget. It's different. It's called something different in this game than it is in Path of Radiance. But it serves the same purpose, relatively. Actually, I think the other one is like a discount in the other game. But I forget where the secret shop is. I think it's on the top. It's either on the bottom here or the top. It's a little patch of grass that looks kind of suspicious. And you stand there as long as you have that member's card, or silver card, whatever it is, and then you discover the shop and it sells really good items in it. But I don't even remember where you get that member card thing. A Sword Slayer. I know I don't have it. I wanted to say Legal has it, because there's something about that map where you recruit Legal is where I first remembered it. Unless, once again, I'm thinking of the wrong game. Well, pal, son, you won't be poisoning any more green dudes. I almost said green men, but then it made me think of aliens. I don't know, maybe I got this all wrong about that whole secret shop thing, but I could have sworn. And now I heal that unit so he doesn't die. So that's very good, unlike the song that's playing right now. What's next? What's next? Hector, just very quickly. Or not very quickly. It's crazy how long, looking at my past self, even how long I debate which weapon to use. It's just like, it feels like an extra 2 seconds too long. It should just be A, get it done. But I understand debating the numbers and things. RPGs are weird. Very number crunching, heavy. Once again, it's the stories that propel them to greatness. But that's the thing, it seems like RPGs are everybody's favorite game. Any like hardcore gamer, if you ask them what their favorite game is, it usually tends to be an RPG, from what I've noticed. Well, pal, son! I don't know that I'm really a big RPG player, although here I am getting ready to play the Paper Mario games. I mean, they're not really... They are role-playing games, but they're very basic, right? Because it's Mario. Boom. What was that, a spear? Yeah, he's got the spear equipped, that's right. Level 13, Lowen. He's kind of been back around for a while. He gained a lot of levels, and then there he goes, look at him. Making up for hiding in the background. I've never done a minimalist run of these Fire Emblem games. Like, I know Path of Radiance, there's the Ike runs, where you just use Ike, the main lord of that game. A dragon shield, that would be nice, under normal conditions. Ike is like the only example that I know of. Well, I don't know much. I can't even speak on Fire Emblem, really. I haven't played enough of the games. But I know Ike is actually a really good lord compared to the ones in this game. The white gem sells for a lot, by the way. warp him to the next chest, and let's get done with it. And then I believe there's a little more story stuff to read, and then we're really getting ramped up for the final moments. There's one last huge map with the annoying song, just before we return to the Dragon's Gate and take on Nergal himself. A body ring, that increases the con stat, the constitution, yeah, which basically makes like a light character heavier, perhaps to be able to rescue somebody else that normally they wouldn't be able to. Knights of Ostia, attack! Where were you this whole time? Hi, Greybeard, these guys. Yep, they're morphs. Eerily similar. Ephidel. That's what they remind us of. When Nergal began using morphs to carry out his plans, his power had grown beyond our ability to contain him. After humans, his next target became the essence of dragons. His next target had to be Arcadia. I concealed our paradise behind a curtain of sandstorms. I then hid in the underground ruins and waited for him. I did not hope to defeat him, just to exchange blows, and then draw him into the desert, which would be his end. But Nergal never showed up, did he? No, he did not. He called those siblings through the Dragon's Gate, and now he plans to call a horde of dragons to this land. What do we have to do to stop him? Our last hope is the power of the legendary items. It would take too long for us to gather all of them. I will go to the Shrine of Seals and tell Bremamond everything. Then we should go to the Dragon's Gate ahead of you. What? That's a good idea. Even though you cannot harm Nergal himself, you could certainly do some damage to his troops. Or we. Is he saying we there? You truly are Roland's children. I am old. I did not expect to be surprised by anything. It takes the strongest of bonds to alter the course of fate. Go, my youthful friends! Set your sight on the Dragon's Gate and keep moving. Eliwood, what happened to Durandal? It's right here, I'm sorry. I simply couldn't bring myself to wield it. Yes, give it back to Athos. He's got to go power him up with Bremamond. And this is the little side quest. It's super brief. Battle preparations. Once again, it's a shopping chapter. So, I skip all this because I realized that. And, yeah, they give you 30,000 gold from the treasury. And each one of these little armories sells. One is all magic, one is all lances, one is all swords, and so on and so forth. And they're relatively okay. I mean, you get Elfire here. I don't know that there's any killer weapons, but there might be. But I don't even check it. I just cut this out. It's 5 turns, do what you can. I think I was just showing that my inventory's better than anything I could buy in those shops, I mean. And here we go, the true thing leading up to chapter 30. Welcome home, Master Limstello. Look at this. The Children's Dragonstone. I will infuse it with quintessence. The Dragon Girl Ninian's essence. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. With this, I will be able to call dragons whenever I please. To summon the numbers I need, I must have more essence. One must be fully prepared when dealing with dragons. If they wrestled free from my control and killed me, all would be naught. Where shall the next harvest come from? All the materials we had are headed this way now. I will crush them and steal their essences and call forth my dragons. It's just a waiting game. The final thing, victory or death. Eliwood struggles to recover from Ninian's death and moves onward. His destination is the Dread Isle. An enemy waits there, one who must be defeated. Nergal surrounds himself with his morphs and waits for Eliwood's arrival. The final battle draws near.